What a breaking news! Meghan Sussex's latest as ever rose drop ignites excitement worldwide. A masterclass in elegance, aesthetic and anticipation, unfolding the beauty, brilliance and buzz around as ever's new vintage launch. The world paused for a moment, just long enough for a wave to kiss the shoreline, and for a single stream of blush-pink rose to glide into a glass anchored perfectly in the smooth, honey-gold sand. The image wasn't just striking, it was poetry. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, had once again managed to communicate volumes without ever saying a word too many. Through her brand, as ever, she spoke in visuals, in refined gestures, in muted elegance that echoed louder than extravagance ever could. And this latest post on Instagram was no exception. In fact, it was the moment the As Ever legacy was elevated to an entirely new plane. A bottle, its golden foil glistening subtly in the sun, tilts ever so gracefully, and a pale cascade of rose begins its descent, liquid grace meeting sculpted glass, while the ocean tide meanders close, as if nature itself wanted to sip and savor what Meghan had just released. Beneath this visual masterpiece, a caption crafted with equal elegance. That was it. A few carefully chosen words. No shouting, no urgency, just poise. Just the kind of restrained sophistication that Meghan Sussex has made her signature since stepping into the spotlight and then redefining what it meant to walk away from it, only to shine even brighter on her own terms. But the impact? Immediate. Monumental. The reaction from her clients and supporters was swift and passionate. This wasn't just an announcement, it was a moment. The visual that spoke volumes. The image alone was enough to break timelines across social media platforms. A glass of rosé perched in sand at the shoreline is more than aesthetic. It's a lifestyle, a philosophy, a quiet celebration of balance. The tide creeps gently but respectfully around the glass, never disturbing its stance. The wine pours like silk, hinting at a blend that's smooth, confident, and endlessly inviting. And Meghan? She didn't need to appear in the frame, because her touch was everywhere. The calmness, the restraint, the earthy luxury. It screamed her name in hushed tones only those attuned to true taste could hear. It was the kind of image people save to their phones, the kind of visual inspiration pinned to mood boards, included in bridal wine tastings, evoked in conversations about summer getaways, and sent to friends with messages like, "Have you seen Meghan's new post? I need this wine." The colour of the rose itself, like a seashell infused with sunlight, was enough to evoke memories and dreams all at once. It wasn't just pink. It was a filtered sunset in a bottle, a soft rebellion against garishness, a testament to beauty born of subtlety. Rose-coloured glasses, Meghan's signature wordplay. "Oh, how we love seeing the world through rose-coloured glasses," the caption begins, pulling you into a dreamy state of mindfulness. It's not just about wine, it's about perception, about allowing beauty to soften the edges of our days. Meghan cleverly pivots the phrase, rose-coloured glasses, perhaps even better. And in that subtle twist, she transforms the cliché into a cultural moment. The wit was gentle but clever, the kind of elegance that only someone who knows the power of silence, nuance and grace could wield. It made you smile, but also made you want to sip that rose and feel it, to be transported to that quiet beach, your toes in the sand, the hum of the ocean beside you, and a glass of as ever rose in your hand. This wasn't advertising. This was storytelling in its purest, most evocative form. Client frenzy. "We can't wait!" Within minutes, the comments section began overflowing. Loyal clients, sommeliers, lifestyle influencers, and casual followers alike flooded the post with hearts, fire emojis, corkscrew gifs, and variations of, "I need this in my life. Pre-order link, please. Meghan, you've outdone yourself again. I want to drink this on a beach while pretending I'm royalty." This isn't just rose, it's a revolution. What started as a soft launch turned into a digital stampede. DMs to the As Ever page increased exponentially. Merchants began receiving calls from upscale restaurants and boutique wine sellers begging for advance shipments. Meghan hadn't just posted a photo, she had set off a chain reaction in the luxury wine world. This response wasn't surprising, it was earned. Meghan had cultivated trust. She never pushed products, she crafted experiences. And every bottle of As Ever wasn't just wine, it was a continuation of her vision. Calm, honest luxury that lived beyond palaces and tabloids. As ever, more than a brand, it's a manifesto. When Meghan Sussex founded As Ever, she wasn't entering the market. She was rewriting its language. In an industry saturated with celebrity wines, plastic aesthetics, and carbon copy marketing, As Ever stepped forward with its head held high and its feet grounded in purpose. Every launch has been intentional. Every product designed to serve more than a palette. It serves the spirit. Whether it's the perfect linen wrap, the citrus balm, or now this breathtaking rose, there's always one theme: timeless ease. With this new vintage, Meghan is inviting her community to see the world differently, to pause, to indulge gently, to sip slowly, and to choose beauty even when chaos looms. The rose is more than a drink. It's a prompt to reclaim softness, to stand in sand without needing to stand out. The Meghan effect: cultural reclamation through lifestyle. What Meghan has done with As Ever is no accident. She's reclaiming narratives, building futures, and subtly reminding her audience that elegance is not dependent on status. It's rooted in mindfulness. She doesn't chase luxury, she curates it. And this launch is perhaps her boldest soft statement yet. A single image, a single caption, a flood of emotion. People around the world began crafting evening plans. They imagined summer picnics, slow lunches on terraces, girls' nights filled with laughter, seaside dates, solo beach walks, all accompanied by this one glass. And not just any glass, her glass. The waitlist grows. Available next week means hurry now. As the caption concluded with a calmly assertive, available next week, it became clear that this wasn't going to be just another product drop. It was going to be an event, a stampede of refined urgency. Whispers among wine clubs and lifestyle circles hinted that the vintage was a smaller batch release, more curated, with limited availability in its initial run. The anticipation was so visceral, some clients began hosting early As Ever Rose themed dinners in advance. Meghan's community wasn't waiting. They were living into the dream now. From sand to sip, the journey of a brand that cares. The image of the wineglass standing firm in the sand is symbolic of Meghan herself. Rooted, unbothered by tides, graceful amidst the elements. She doesn't sell dreams, she lives hers. And in doing so, she invites the world to come along. This new vintage is likely to sell out, but what won't fade is the moment she created with a single photo. The moment the world remembered that sometimes the most powerful branding doesn't shout, it whispers, and people listen. A scene as symbol, Meghan's mastery of atmosphere. To the untrained eye, the post might have seemed like a mere luxury wine drop, but for those who understand Meghan Sussex's quiet genius, the deeper symbolism of the scene was impossible to ignore. This wasn't just a wineglass in the sand, it was a vision of stability in motion. It stood, unmoving, as the ocean approached, nature's endless force on one side and delicate elegance on the other. Yet the wineglass did not fall, it did not falter. Just like Meghan. Graceful, poised and unapologetically planted in her own space, no matter how turbulent the world around her might become. The bottle, mid-pour, suspended in time, caught the eye like a still from a cinematic masterpiece. But the choice of pouring from an angle just above the rim of the frame said something more. The product was the star, not the celebrity. Meghan's hand wasn't visible, and yet her presence lingered in every detail. It was humility, it was precision, and it was power. She didn't need to insert herself to claim the space. She'd already claimed it long ago, by doing things differently, by making taste the headline, not her face. To all my curious Sussex family, thank you all for watching, and do not forget to like, subscribe and put a comment. Bye-bye, see you on our next episode.